I'm Lakshmi Prasanna, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Welcome to the lecture series of image processing. In this session, we will learn about thresholding in image processing. So the internal topics, what we are going to cover under this thresholding concept are, so we will see what is meant by image thresholding and different image thresholding techniques. So here there are different image thresholding techniques. One is global thresholding, adaptive thresholding, and another one is multiple thresholding. So all these things we will discuss by considering one example. So first we will see what is meant by image thresholding. So here image thresholding involves dividing an image into two or more regions based on intensity levels. So allowing for easier analysis and extraction of desired features. So if we consider this thresholding, this concept comes under image segmentation. So this is one of the technique that can be used for image segmentation. So in the previous session, we have learned about region-based segmentation. Even in that segmentation, we have learned about region growing segmentation technique. So there we have considered one threshold value. So based on that threshold value only, the regions are grouped. So here this image thresholding means it is going to divide the image into two or more regions. So how it is going to divide the image means it is based on the threshold value. So why it has to be grouped means in order to make image analysis, if such type of segmentation is happened, it is very easy to extract the features from that particular object and it is very easy to analyze that image. So by setting the threshold value, the pixels with intensities above or below the threshold can be classified accordingly. So here generally the given image, it will consist of different pixel values. So based on the threshold value that we are going to set, it is based on the user. So based on the threshold value, if the pixel value is below the threshold value, it is considered as, it is represented in one form. If the values are above the threshold value, that particular pixel values will be considered in the another representation. So this technique is used for object detection, segmentation, and image enhancement. Now, so it works by converting a grayscale image into binary image, not only grayscale image. So in order to apply this image thresholding, even this grayscale image or color image, compulsory first it should be converted into binary image. Then only any image, any thresholding technique can be applied. So the main idea of applying this image thresholding technique is to separate the object in the image from the background based on the pixel intensity. So if you are doing some analysis on the particular area of interest, it is very necessary to separate that particular object from, we call it as foreground, from the background. It is based on the pixel intensity. Now, so how this thresholding works when we are going to apply it for the image? So first, it is going to convert to grayscale. So if the input image, it may be directly, it may be in the form of grayscale image or it may be color image. So considering grayscale image or color image, first it should be converted into grayscale. If it is color image, it should be first converted into grayscale. Next, we have to choose a threshold value. It is based on the user or it is based on some criteria for the given problem. So select the value, threshold value. So it is represented as T. So all the pixel values should be considered with the threshold value. So some pixel values may be above the threshold value. For that type of pixels, set of pixels, represent it as one value. So generally we will go with the binary images, means only two representation will be there. It will be 0 or it will be 255. So here considering one threshold value, if the pixel value is above threshold, put it as 255. If the pixel value is below threshold, put it as 0. So here intensity value, if it is above T, set it to one value. So consider that value as 255. If the intensity value is below the threshold value, set that to another value. So consider that value as 0. So if the grayscale image is converted into binary image, in the binary image we can see only two values. One is 0 and another one is 255, representing 0 black, 255 white. Now, how to apply this threshold means iterate through each pixel in the grayscale image. So consider one seed point, compare that with the neighborhood pixels and see the threshold value. If the difference is above T or below T, we have to take the decision. So in the binary image, we have to set the pixel accordingly. Now, so what is the importance of this image thresholding techniques? So we have three different thresholding techniques. One is global thresholding, and another one is adaptive thresholding, and the last one is multiple thresholding. So here these thresholding techniques are widely used in various fields like medical imaging, computer vision and remote sensing. So in all these type of applications, this image thresholding techniques can be used. So by applying these image thresholding techniques, we can accurately do the operations for image processing, and interpretation is very easy. So here this image thresholding technique is used to convert grayscale or color images into binary images, separating the foreground and background, allowing for better segmentation and extraction of features from the image. So by extracting the features of the image, here the analysis will be done. By applying this thresholding technique from the image, it is very easy to separate the foreground and background, and here this concept is very much used in the areas like computer vision and pattern recognition. So now we will see about these three image thresholding techniques and how to convert, how to select the threshold value, what is the difference between these three thresholding techniques. So mainly the difference between these three is selecting the threshold value. Either only one threshold value we are selecting for the entire image, or many threshold values we are selecting for the entire image. So based on selection of the threshold values, we have here three image thresholding techniques. So The first thresholding technique is global thresholding. So here name itself says global means only one threshold value will be selected for the entire image. So global thresholding applies a single threshold value. So threshold is indicated as T here to the entire image. So for the entire image, only one threshold value will be selected. So global thresholding. So based on the threshold value T, all the pixels with intensity value above T will be set to one value. So pixel values that are above T, set it as 255 for example. Pixel value that is below T, set it for another value that is 0. Because here only one threshold value will be selected for the entire image. So if it is above T, set it to one value, for example 255. If the intensity value is below T, set it to another value, for example consider it as 0. So these are the two conditions based on the threshold value T. So this method is a straightforward and effective method when the image has uniform lighting conditions. So this is very important. So if the image is having uniform lighting conditions, then we can apply this global thresholding. So if the image is not having uniform lighting conditions, that means if there are any fluctuations in the lighting conditions on the image, then this global thresholding cannot be applied. So in order to overcome this issue, we will go for the next thresholding technique, which is called adaptive thresholding. So here, how to apply this global thresholding on the image means, we have to initially convert the given image into grayscale. So if the image is color image, first step what we have to apply is convert that color image into grayscale image. Now select the threshold value T either manually or automatically. So in order to select the threshold value T manually, it is based on the user. Automatically it can be done by applying Otsu's method. And then we have to apply the selected threshold value. So compare each pixel intensity with respect to the threshold value T and set it to the values 0 and 255. So based on these conditions. So if it is greater than T, set it to 255. If it is below T, set it to 0. Now here, this is one example for global thresholding. Let us consider this is the given image. So which is input image having different intensity values. Now this is 8 by 8 grayscale image. So we can see different values. Here we have selected the threshold value T as 100. So as it is global thresholding, for the entire image only one threshold value will be selected. So here we have selected T as 100. So here we can see different intensity values. Some of the values are below 100, and in the entire image again some of the values, intensity values are above 100. So what is this 100 means? This is the threshold value. So the intensity values that are below 100, because it is taken as here 100, it's our wish. We can take the threshold value. User can decide. And here based on the threshold value, if any intensity value in the given image is below 100, it is represented as, see here, all these values are below 100. So whatever the values are below 100, we have represented with 0. Okay. And we can see different intensity values. Some of the intensity values that are above 100. So we have represented that with another value, that is 255. Okay. So this is what about global thresholding. Now coming to the next thresholding technique, local thresholding. It can also be called as adaptive thresholding. In order to overcome the drawback of global thresholding, we will go for local thresholding. So global thresholding can be applied only for, so we have seen here one point, for uniform lightning conditions. Okay. So in order to overcome that drawback, we can use this adaptive thresholding. Why? Because it can be applied for non-uniform lightning conditions also. So this adaptive thresholding computes the threshold for each pixel, and it is based on the pixel's local neighborhood. So comparing the actual pixel with the neighborhood pixels, the threshold value will be selected. So this technique can be applied on the images which are having non-uniform lightning conditions, as it adapts to local variation in lightning. So this is the main advantage of using this local thresholding, and the drawback of global thresholding can be achieved here. So what are the steps we have to follow during this local thresholding means? First, convert to grayscale image. So the given may be color image. First step is we have to convert that into grayscale image. Next, we have to define the neighborhood size. It may be 3 by 3 or 5 by 5. Maybe we can call it as a mask. So choose the size of the local neighborhood and compute the local threshold. So for each pixel, compute the threshold value based on the intensities of the neighborhood. Okay. So we can include, in order to compute this local threshold by using this neighborhood size, we can select mean thresholding or Gaussian weighted mean thresholding. So we know how to find the mean, that is average value. So if the size is 3 by 3, okay, 1 by 9, sum of all the pixel values. So this value will be considered as the center pixel value. So the threshold is the mean of the neighborhood pixel values, and Gaussian weighted mean thresholding means here the threshold will be the weighted sum of neighborhood pixel values. And now apply the local threshold. So compare each pixel intensity. So after finding all the new pixel values in the image, then compare that intensity value with the local threshold and set it to 255 if it is greater than threshold value T, or set it to 0 if it is less than the threshold value T. So here example is given. So we have considered the same input image, which is grayscale image. Okay. So we have to apply mean thresholding. Okay. So like, so if we consider 3 by 3 neighborhood size, so select the 3 pixel values, place the mask, then this value can be calculated. So first we have to start from here, such that this place the mask on this pixel such that it should be at the center of the origin. Then calculate the mean for that. Considering that, calculate the mean using the formulas. We will get some intensity value. Compare that intensity value with the threshold value T. If it is above threshold, place it as 255. If the mean value is below threshold, place it as 0. So this is what about local thresholding or adaptive thresholding. And the last thresholding technique is multiple thresholding. So here what is meant by multiple thresholding? The name itself says multiple threshold values can be selected here. So we can use more than one threshold value to segment the image into multiple regions. So more than one threshold value can be selected such that the image can be segmented into multiple regions. So this technique is useful for more complex segmentation tasks where the image need to be divided into more than 2 regions. So the steps we have to follow here is same. First we have to convert that into grayscale image. So the given color image should be converted into grayscale image. Next thing is we have to choose the multiple threshold values. Multiple means more than 2 threshold values can be selected, 2 or 3. Okay. Next we have to apply that threshold. That means each intensity value, pixel intensity value should be compared with the threshold value, and based on the intensity the labeling should be done. So it is how the labeling should be done means after calculating the difference between the threshold value and the intensity value, based on the difference it will fall in that particular range and we will be denoting it as 1, 2 or 3. So here we have considered one example which comes under multiple thresholding. So this is the input image whose size is of 8 by 8, and here as it is multiple thresholding we have considered two threshold values T1 and T2. T1 is 100 and T2 is 150. When the pixel intensity value is compared with this 100, okay, so if it lies, if the difference lies below 100, denote it with one notation. If the difference lies between, if the intensity value when taking the difference, if it lies in between this T1 and T2, indicate it one with another value. When the intensity, pixel intensity is compared with this T2, 150, and if the difference lies above this threshold value, then indicate it with some other notation. So here this is the output image after applying these two threshold values. So here we can identify 3 numbers, that is 1, 2 and 3. So 3 notations are indicated because here 2 threshold values are taken. Now we will see based on the conditions here. So if the pixel value that is below 100, it is indicated as 1 because T1 threshold is 100. If the pixel value is above 150, that is because T2 is selected as 150. If it is above 150, we have indicated as 3. If the difference lies in between this 100 and 150, we have denoted with some other value which is 2. That's why here in the output image we can observe 3 values. So this is what about different thresholding techniques. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.